there, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. Now today I wanted to talk about this mini palette from Natasha Denona. This is the Starlette eyeshadow palette. And I have really been loving this little eyeshadow palette. I've just been so obsessed with it, and I wanted to do two looks using this palette on my channel. Now, I am aware that I believe some of these shades, if not all of them, are existing shades in some of her larger palettes. So if you do have those larger palettes, you probably wouldn't be interested in this. But if you are looking for a much smaller, curated eyeshadow palette, then I think this is a perfect choice, especially if you love the tones in this eyeshadow palette, which I do. These are definitely shades that I gravitate towards on an everyday basis, and it's nice having them in this little mini eyeshadow palette. So let's go ahead and get started on look number one. I'm sure pretty much everyone has seen this eyeshadow palette by now, and I know that this one is probably already old news, especially since she launched her I Need a Nude eyeshadow palette, but I've really been loving this palette as well as that one. I just think it's nice to have a little mini palette, just perfect for travel, or if you just want a really quick and easy eye look and you don't really have to think about putting colors together. I think this is a perfect option. And here are the swatches for this palette. I just love these types of tones. Just so pretty, so effortless. Perfect for every day, whether you're going to school, whether you're going to work, or anything that maybe you can't wear, a lot of makeup or colorful makeup, then palettes like this are just perfect. Now, I want to keep my first look very simple. I'm just going to be using these three shades in the eyeshadow palette, which these are the three that I have been using the most. And I just want to do a really quick and simple look with just mascara today. And then for my second look, I will be using all 5 shades in this eyeshadow palette. But I'm going to start out with a blending brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to go in with this middle shade right here. And I'm going to start working that into my crease. And by the way, if you're curious about anything else that was on my face in my intro and also, well, my outro, I'll be wearing the same face and makeup, then I will have all of that listed and linked for you below, in case you were just wondering. I did try something new today. Instead of using a regular eyeshadow primer, I just used an eyeshadow stick. It's the e.l.f. Cosmetics No Budge Shadow Stick in the shade Perfect Pearl. Looks kind of like that right there. Really soft shade, and I just put that all over my lid all the way up to my brow bone. But I don't think I should have set it with powder because that made my eyelid look really powdery, so I shouldn't have done that, honestly. But I learned from it, so next time I'll try it a different way. But I don't know, the eyeshadow is laying really nicely over the top, so maybe it worked out after all. And using that same brush, I'm going in with this shade right here. I'm only going to take a small amount of that and just press that right here on this outer corner of my eye. I've been pairing up this palette with some other palettes as well, and I've just been really enjoying it. So I wanted to do a video on it because I really like it and I enjoy wearing it. And then last but certainly not least, I'm going in with this shade right here. I'm just going to take that on my finger and I'm just going to place that on this beginning portion of my lid. And then I'm going to take a small angled brush from e.l.f. and just mix these two matte shades together and run those on my lower lash line. Okay, I'm just going in with some mascara today, and I'm going to be using the Milk Makeup Kush mascara. I've been using this one rather frequently lately, and I don't think I've used it on camera yet, but I've really been enjoying it. I don't know if you can see, but it has little fibers on it, and I've never used a fiber mascara before, or at least I don't think I have, and I didn't know. I figured it might be really flaky on me, but it's not. It doesn't flake or smudge on me, and I've really been enjoying it. It also holds my curl pretty well, considering it's not waterproof. So I figured I'd just show the application on camera since I haven't actually used this mascara on camera. And I just had this little mini. I got this as a points reward thing from Sephora. That's how I got it. But it's one I would definitely repurchase, but I have so many others I have to go through right now. I guess I really figured that fiber mascaras would flake pretty badly, or they flake into my eyes or something, but With this one, I haven't had any trouble. And that's one coat with this mascara. And then there's 2 coats with this mascara. Okay, but here is look number 1 all done. Okay, for look number 2, I'm going to go in with this shade and this shade. I'm just going to mix the 2 of those together on a detailed crease brush from e.l.f. And I'm just going to start running that right in my crease. I'm going to be using all 5 shades in this little palette today. No, I hate that e.l.f. doesn't sell this detail crease brush all the time. This come in a holiday set, maybe last year, and it's such a perfect little small size. And then I'm going to take this shade right here on a concealer brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to place that on this outer corner, and I'm going to place it on the inner corner as well. Stamp it first on this portion. I have a little bit of a dry patch in that inner crease right there. So if you notice that, it's not the eyeshadow. It's me. I was doing some looks for Instagram over the weekend, and I think I irritated my eye constantly taking different looks off, so that's what that is. Then I'm going back in with that little crease brush, and I'm just going to work around that deeper shade. Okay, then I'm going in with this shade right here on this lip defining brush from e.l.f. and I will be spraying my brush with some setting spray. And then I'm going to stamp that in this middle. I just want to use this small brush so I have more control over where this shade goes. You could use your finger too, but I just wanted a little bit more precision. And then just going to take my finger a little bit and tap around the edges of that shimmer shade. And then using that same brush, I'm going in with this shade right here. I'm also going to spray my brush with this one too. And place that right here in this very center of where I just put that more coppery shade. Just keep going back in and building that up to the amount you want. This is one other reason why I wanted to use this really small brush, so I can keep it right in the very center. Okay, I'm just going to do my other eye off camera as well as mascara and a lash, and I'll be right back to do the lower lash line. Okay, these lashes right here are from Ioni. These are the 3D Foam Ink lashes in Natural Doll Light. This is just from their Zodiac collection. These were the Capricorn ones. Now on a small angled brush from e.l.f., I'm just going back in with these 2 matte shades right here in the palette. And I'm going to run that on my lower lash line. I love those 2 shades mixed together. I just think they make such a pretty combo. The 2 of them mixed would make a perfect one and done shade, like if you put it in your crease and all over your lid, that would be really pretty. Okay, I'm going back in with this shade right here on that lip defining brush from e.l.f. and I'm gonna pop that right here on this inner corner. Just add a little bit of that sparkle. And here is look number 2 all done. But there you have both eye looks using this little mini Natasha Denona palette. Now, do you need this palette? No, of course not. If you have the larger palettes that these shades are from, or if you have plenty of other neutral palettes in your collection, then no, you don't need this one. But if it is something you are looking at and you are interested in purchasing, then I don't think you'd be disappointed. If you really love these soft neutral looks, or maybe you're someone who you have to have all the neutral palettes, then I don't think you'd be disappointed with the quality at all. But thank you so very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, I hope that you will please consider subscribing. It truly means the absolute world to me when you do. And thank you again for watching. Hope to see you in my next video. Bye!